If you didn't gain weight in 2020, then you're probably not watching this video. Most of us have, including me, and if you're trying to get back on track, stick around. Hi, I'm Dr. Morale, internal medicine physician and obesity medicine specialist, and this is Dr. Morale Weighs In, where I weigh in on topics related to weight management, drawn from my own personal experiences with weight, as well as my professional experience as an obesity medicine physician. It's been a while since I've posted. I've had to shave in order to use the N95 mask to temporarily return to hospital duties during the recent surge. Suffice it to say, I've been busy trying to keep up with the ever-shifting life in the pandemic, just like many of you. And in the course of doing so, I've gained some weight. As I began trying to get back on track with my own self-care, I thought to myself, why not weigh in on how to get back on track after you've gained some weight? An important theme when trying to get back on track is to simplify your approach and don't try to boil the ocean. In a previous video, which I will link to below, I shared some insights from one of my mentors, Stanford behavior scientist BJ Fogg, and author of Tiny Habits, which is to change our behavior, it's essential to feel successful. This is important because when we gain weight, we feel like a failure. And in order to get back on track, we have to regain the experience of success. And here are 3 practical tips you can use to do just that. Tip number 1, embrace gratitude and the "it could be worse" mentality. Freaking out and feeling bad about weight gain is inevitable. There are many ways negative feelings show up. Seeing ourselves in pictures or on Zoom, feeling the tightness in our clothes, experiencing shortness of breath or pain at levels of activity that were previously no big deal, or just simply not feeling comfortable in our own skin. These are all common and normal experiences with weight gain. If we get too caught up in the negativity that comes with these experiences, we are more likely to embrace an identity of failure, which makes changing our behavior and getting back on track that much more difficult. Instead, try to make a conscious effort to think about what you have working for you, and that no matter how bad things become, it could always be worse. For example, just think about the pandemic. And when compared to the death and destruction that has happened in the wake of COVID-19, our weight gain may not seem as catastrophic. If you're watching this video, chances are you have the strength and capacity to start doing something positive about your weight gain compared to someone who might be in the ICU with COVID-19 or worse. I also encourage you to use the "it could be worse" mentality before you step on the scale, because it's true. No matter how much weight you've gained, reminding yourself that it could always be worse before seeing that number flash up at you can help you reduce the flood of negativity that often comes with seeing a number that might be going up rather than down. When thinking about how things could be worse than they are, we nudge our minds out of negativity so that we can start to feel grateful for what we already have. Though we may not like our bodies when we gain weight, we should never forget that our bodies love us. Right now, as you watch this video, billions of cells are working together to help you to live to see the next moment and rise to meet your potential. Try to take a moment every day to push aside the negative thoughts that you might have about your body and feel grateful for all that it does for you. Tip number 2, choose more. Things that usually cause us to gain weight often happen as a result of us being less intentional or less mindful about practicing self-care behaviors. Emotional eating, boredom eating, choosing foods based on convenience, sleeping less, being sedentary, these are all behaviors that are in our default settings, and it takes work to change them to something else. Rather than saying to yourself, I'm going to stop doing all these bad behaviors and cut everything out, consider focusing on what you want to do more of. The reason for this is choosing to do more comes from a conscious and intentional part of our brain called the prefrontal cortex. where we make plans and strategies for the betterment of our future. We have more direct control over this part of our brain, and by making small, realistic goals around what we want to do more of, we are more likely to do these things and really feel successful. For example, rather than saying, I'm going to cut out all soda, we might say, I want to drink more water. Rather than saying, I'm never going to eat another cookie or chip ever again, we might say, I want to eat more vegetables with my meals. Rather than saying, I'm never going to watch Netflix ever again, we might say, I'm going to really try to turn the screen off and get some more sleep. For each of the goals that you want to do more of, consider how you might make the goals more measurable and achievable. By setting small, realistic goals that we're able to achieve helps us incrementally build micro successes into major success. It might be as simple as drinking an extra glass of water, or adding a serving of vegetables to our lunch or dinner, or just simply setting a bedtime. If you find you're not reaching your behavior goal, that means you should make it simpler, smaller, and more achievable. And remember, the important thing is to focus on behaviors that you can control and achieve. Weight loss is not a behavior. Tip number 3, team up, because behavior is mirrored, not learned. Think of parenting. Kids do as we do, not as we say. Think about military training, where young adults become lethal fighting units when they are trained to see themselves in their fellow soldiers. The way they dress, the way they walk, the way they drill, it's all designed to mirror the person right next to them. Effective marketing of commercial products and services always, always, always includes reviews. You won't hire a plumber, order from a restaurant, or even buy a toaster without knowing the opinion of other consumers who mirror your interest in that product or service. Similarly, teaming up with others who share similar goals and challenges around self-improvement is a powerful tool to help us embrace positive changes. Unfortunately, when we gain weight or we're feeling off track, we isolate ourselves due to embarrassment or shame, and this often results in more feelings of failure and often more weight gain. Good teammates will help us feel validated when we're down, help us build aspirations for higher goals, and help us stay consistent through positive accountability. And if you're a good teammate, you'll do the same for them. We are much more likely to feel successful in our efforts when we team up with others. And remember, feeling successful is absolutely necessary for us to change our behavior. Opportunities to connect with sincere people who want to make progress on their health journeys are all around us. Many social media sites and fitness apps have platforms for people to connect with others around common goals and challenges. You can even start here in the comment section. Sharing your goals and challenges with others is the first step. So I guess I'll start. I've started keeping a gratitude journal where I spend 5 minutes writing about what I'm grateful for, what I aspire to do to make each day great, and at the end of the day, what was amazing about the day and what I might have done to make it better. The second thing I'm doing is that I'm choosing more sleep to power my day. So I'm setting my bedtime at 9 p.m. so I can get up early at 4 a.m. and get a fresh start to the day. And third, I'm inviting you and everyone watching this channel to team up with me and share your goals and challenges in the comments section. Explore other forums too, and resolve to keep trying to find your team. I sincerely hope that this video helps you get back on track. If you like the video, do like and subscribe. And until next time, be safe and wear a mask. Thanks.